It's time to make the Teen Wolf universe a much duller and more joyless place by pointing out that there's no magic being performed, even though sometimes it all looks like magic.
So, what are you, some kind of witch?
No, I'm a veterinarian.
Oh, Isaac, please stay adorable. I can't say there's zero magic in Teen Wolf. For instance, we still don't know how Kate put the whammy on Derek in season 4. But we know for sure there's no magic in what Deaton and Moral and the Darok did on the show. To understand what's actually happening, you just need to understand the basic elements that we're working with here. First, you need a power source. There are a couple of natural power sources at play in most of what we saw on the show. The largest pool of potential energy is actually flowing all around you at this very moment.
Danny marked all the telluric currents, okay? Now, the weird thing about Beacon Hills is that it actually is a beacon. You wouldn't believe how much energy throwing through this earth is around this town.
The telluric currents are real, and they crisscross the entire planet. You can literally plug into the currents with what's called an Earth battery. Google it. You can, I promise. The other major power source on Teen Wolf is your body. Humans are electrical. We generate between 100 and 2,000 watts of energy at any one moment. Add a layer of faith or fiction to that fact, and you get a supernatural entity called a soul. Now, in Teen Wolf, a soul is a tremendously powerful pool of potential power. Once you have a power source, you need a focusing agent that will, focus the power. The show gave us a few of those too.
Mountain ash. That's an old one.
For telluric current, the most obvious focusing agent was mountain ash. In addition to werewolves being unable to touch the wood itself, mountain ash has the peculiar ability to always attach to itself to form a complete circuit. If you throw mountain ash dust into the air, it will form a perfect circle around you. This is why Styles was able to surround the Wraith even though he ran out of the dust. He just got it close enough for the dust to move itself to complete the circuit. And you can see it moving on its own several times. If you throw the dust between two pieces of solid mountain ash, it always completes the circuit and forms a focused energy barrier. And that barrier will repel anyone with a supernatural spark, which is why Chimera and Banshees have no trouble with it because they aren't supernatural. There are exceptions, of course, people pushing through mountain ash or burning mountain ash, but that is for the Teen Wolf Science Advanced courses. We're just dealing with the basics here. And the basic fact is mountain ash creates the most obvious effects working with the telluric currents. Another useful tree for focusing natural energies is a large oak nemeton. The tree acts as a battery. Now, we saw it store up and disperse both telluric currents and the life force of sacrificed humans. Its stored energy saved Jennifer's life, and then years later, after the surrogate sacrifices, Noshiko used the energy inside the stump to give physical form to her summoned Oni. As we saw, the Darok killed certain types of people in certain spots along the telluric currents so she could gain specific abilities like fully tactile glamours, super strength, weather control, and telekinesis.
All right, there's 3 places, right? Where they're kidnapped, and then the place where their body was found.
But it's right on telluric current.
So maybe where he was sacrificed is somewhere in between.
Scott and the gang figured it out. The currents carry that life force, and dark druids are able to tap the power for their own purposes. Life force is shown to be the most powerful source of energy in the Teen Wolf universe. But again, it's wrong to kill people for power. So normal and sane people would never ever think about trying to use that type of energy. Good druids will just use the power of plants like mistletoe and wolfsbane, crystals like moonstone, trees like the oak nematon and the mountain ash. All of those are real, and some are actually used as natural poisons or remedies in the real world. And the best part is, no one has to die for you to make use of that kind of power.